Hello students, we have in our class I have told everything about the function, and today we'll start a topic of the mathematics for plus 2 science, that is limit and continuity. In limit continuity, we find the limit continuity of a function. That means the limit continuity is related to a real valued function. You know the function and the real valued function, and I will discuss a real line. Suppose we discuss a real line, draw a real line. This is a real line, and there is one-to-one correspondence between the real number set and each and every point of this line. That means each and every point in this line corresponds to real number set. The cardinality of real number set is infinite, so the infinite number of points are plotted in this real line. Suppose we take a reference point, suppose O. If we approach this is defined as 0. Suppose this is 0, and here this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Similarly, -1, -2, -3, -4, like this. So real line means there are infinite. Suppose even it was 0 to 1, there is a large number of points are there. How many numbers between 0 and 1? Infinite numbers. So let us take an example that we are approaching towards 0 from, and we can approach from 0 in a real line from both the sides, from your left hand side and also from right hand side. But when we approach the line, actually practically will reach at the point 0, but theoretically, if we guess it mathematically, we can't never reach at 0. So that is why a concept of limit. To clarify this, I will take a graph. Suppose this is take a graph. This is your x-axis, and this is y-axis. This is y-axis. I have told you that there are I have told you that there are you can draw any graph of any function. So the function can be represented by its characteristic graph. In general, suppose you take a function y is equal to fx. So y is equal to fx is a function. Y is equal to fx. Fx is a y is equal to fx is a function. Suppose we take a point here, you take a point A here. If we draw the graph of a function arbitrarily, suppose this is the function. You draw the graph of the function, characteristic graph of the function. Let it is a y is equal to fx. This is the graph. If you put the value of x, you get the value of y. Accordingly, we have plotted the points and draw the graph like this. The nature of the graph is a curve. Means particular, if the function is defined particularly, it is more than first degree, then it must be a curve. Suppose it is a higher power x, that means in the function higher power of x occurs, so this is a curve. anyhow. So suppose you take a point x is equal to a, so this is x is equal to s is equal to a, this is s is equal to a. When x is equal to a, we can draw the perpendicular to it, record the graph at this point. Then at this point draw a parallel line to x-axis, it will cut at here. So this is, and this value is your, this value is called, at x is equal to a, this value is your fa, this value is your fa, this value, this value is your fa, this value is your fa. For any value x, we find a value of fx, that is called fa. So at x is equal to a, we say at x is equal to a, the value of the function is f of a. So at x is equal to a, the value of the function is f of a. So you are clear regarding the what is the value of the function. If we exactly put the value of the x, we get the value of y, that is called the value of the function at that x is equal to, suppose x is equal to a, we get the value of the function f of a. So this is the value of the function. Suppose we when we approach to the point x is equal to a, we can never reach at the point of the a. Why? Because there are infinite number of points between your infinite number of points. So each time approaching, you will approach, then you can never reach at this point x is equal to a. Theoretically, I will take an example. I will take an example to clarify this. So suppose we y is equal to 2x plus 1, to take a function particularly y is equal to 2x plus 1, y is equal to 2x plus 1. So here particularly if y is equal to 2x plus 1, if we take x, suppose this is a is equal to 1, suppose this a is equal to 1 here. If we put the put 1 here, we get 2 into 1, 2 plus 1, 3. So f of a is 3. So what is x is equal to, at x, what is at x is equal to 1, or x is equal to 1, x is equal to 1, your value of function f of 1 is equal to 3. So this value is 3. If you take particularly this value is 3, at s is equal to 1. Suppose this is 1, this is your 1, this is 1. For this value 1, we value of the function we get 3. When we approach s is equal to, when we approach towards x is equal to 1, then we can approach very near to x is equal to 1. Suppose this is the value, particular value. You can never approach exactly reach at x is equal to a. That is why you take the limit. Suppose this value is h, this value is h, this value or h, this value or h. So what is this value of this? The value of this, value of x here, a minus h. So up to this, what is the value of x, a minus h. So that is a x is equal to a minus h. So if x is equal to a minus h, x is equal to a minus h, then what is the value of y? The value of y, suppose this is x is equal to a minus h, or that is equal to, suppose say this is 1 minus h, 1 minus h. So value of y, value of fx is equal to f of 1 minus h, f of 1 minus h. What is your f of 1 minus h? F of 1 minus h is equal to, or 2 into 1 minus h, 2 into 1 minus h plus 1 plus 1, that is equal to 2, this is 2 minus 2h plus 1, so that is equal to 3 minus 2h. Similarly, if we take x is equal to a plus h, suppose that means here if we take the value, so particularly we take a value x is nearer to what is 1 minus h. Suppose this is 0.999. In case of 0.9, we will find the value that is nearer to, suppose what is f of, if this h is equal to very small, that is h is equal to very small, very small, h is very small, h is very small but greater than 0, very small, but it can never be 0, very small is greater than 0, then what is the, if you take the particularly you take if this is equal to, so 0.9, f of 0.9, f minus a, suppose 0.9, so what is your f of 0.9? F of 0.9, so f of 0.9 will be like this, 2 into 0.9, 1.8, 1.8 plus 1, 2.8, so this is 2.8, so that is called f of 9 is equal to 2.8. f of 0.9 is 2.8. If we take f of 0.99, 0.99, if you take 0.99, then what is the value of, what is value of a point 0.99? That is 2 into 0.99, 0.99 plus 1. What is the value of, this is value of 0.99, 18, 1.98, 1.98 plus 1, that is 2.98, 2.498. Then when we approach x is equal to 1, very near to go nearer and nearer, and the value of the function will be 2.98. That means it not be equal to 3, it will be 2.98. Again if we put it 0.99999, then similarly it will be nearer to 3 but never reach 3. If you take this is my discussion, that if we approach the x is equal to 1 from left hand side, so that is called that means when we approach from some left hand side, we will not reach at x is equal to a, then at that time, at that condition, I will write that limit x tends to 1. Limit x tends to 1. I can never reach 1, so I will write that x is equal to 1. When x is equal to limit x tends to 1, then f of 2x plus 1 is equal to 3. That is 3. That means limit when x tends to 1, then the value of the function tends to 3 but not equal to 3. So you don't misinterpret that the value of the function is equal to the limit of the function. Limit of the function is totally different from the value of the function. So when I explain this from left hand side, when I approach from left hand side to 1, likewise I can approach from right hand side. So when we approach from left hand side, I can never reach at the point, then we can write limit. I can write limit x tends to a minus, here a we have particularly taken a is equal to 1, a minus, that is equal to limit x tends to a limit tends to x tends to a minus, that is equal to f of x. This is the left hand limit. You can write this. What is the left hand limit? Left hand limit is your, when we approach 1, then the value of the function approaches 3. So the value of the function is 3. Here in particular case, in this function value of the limit of the function x tends to a minus is equal to 3. Similarly, we write this a minus, it is the left hand limit of the function. What is the right hand limit of the function? If we go from the right, similarly the case, suppose limit x tends to a plus, that is equal to limit x tends to a plus of your fx, we write this is the right hand limit of the function. In this particular function, as it is defined 2x plus 1 case, see when we approach from right hand side, there is, suppose your x is equal to, suppose your a is equal to 1, we take the value of x, we take the value of value of x is equal to, or value of x is equal to 1 plus 0.1, it is 0.1. then what is the value of the function? So f of, that is 1.1. what is f of 1.1? f.1.1 1.1, that is equal to 2.2, 1.1, 2 into 2.2, 1, 3.2. the value of the function is 2.2, very near to 2. If the If you take 0 1 1.01 is still nearer to 1. If f is equal to suppose 1.01, still nearer to 1, then it will be 2 into 2.2 3.2, sorry, 3.02. The value of the function will be 3.02. We put the value of 1.01 this in this function. 2.2 into 1.1, 2.2, so 2.02, 1.01, 2.01, 02, 3.02. The value of the function is 3.02, still nearer to a is equal to a is equal to 1, still nearer. That means when approaches on right hand side, also the value, when we take the value 1.01, still nearer 1.1, then 1.01, then 1.001, then the value of the function also will be very nearer to 3, but never equal to 3. So that is why we call limit extends to a plus limit extends to a plus of fx. So we find that means actually there are certain functions in which, in this function, the left hand limit and right hand limit are same. It is nearing to 3. Left hand, in case of left hand limit, is nearing to 3. So we can find those two limits, left hand limit and right hand limit are same. So we say the limit, if the left hand limit and right hand limit are same, then if the left hand limit and right hand limit are same, we say that limit, in general we say limit x tends to a, x tends to a of fx Suppose this is limit x tends to a minus is equal to limit x tends to x tends to a plus of fx. So we say the limit, if this is equal to this 3 or 2 are equal, then we say limit x tends to a of fx exists. We say it is exists. So if it exists, you say limit f of x tends to a of fx exists. So the basic condition for whether the limit will exist or not, if the left hand limit is not equal to right hand limit, if the left hand limit, suppose this left hand, suppose limit x tends to a minus of fx is not equal to limit x tends to a plus, sorry, of fx. Then we say limit does not exist, so we say limit x tends to a of fx does not exist, or does not exist, so does not exist. So if the value left hand limit is not equal to right hand limit, then limit does not exist. I will later on I will give you example, certain example. In this case, in this particular example, fx is equal to 2x plus 1. How can we find out x? What it find? Suppose the question is asked, find the limit x tends to 1 up to fx is equal to, where fx is equal to 2x plus 1 and x belongs to R. Okay. So in that case, how can you find out the, uh, limit? Suppose find the limit. Suppose it's asked find the limit x tends to 1 of f x is equal to, or fx is defined as 2x plus 1, 2 plus 2x plus 1. What is the procedure? Procedure is to find out the left hand limit and right hand limit. Then if the value of those two, right hand limit and left hand limit, are equal, then we can find the limit of this function s tends to fx is this. Suppose your find your limit x tends to 1 minus of fx, that is equal to 2x plus 1. In place of x we can put 1 minus h. So you write limit, you can convert as x tends to 1 minus your h, 1 minus h tends to 0. You can write h tends to 0, but never equal to 0, approaches 0. So you can write to, in place of 1 you can write 1 minus h, that is plus 1. So you can write limit this is 2h, this is 2 minus 2h plus 1. Limit h tends to, right, h tends to 0 of this, you take in the bracket. So this will be limit h tends to 0 of 3 minus 2h, 3 minus 2h. Similarly, you can write limit h tends to 0, h tends to 0 of 3 constant function. Fx is equal to 3 means is a constant function. It does not depend upon the value of the independent variable. Minus f minus 2h this is equal to limit h tends to 0 of 3, that is also x is not there, h is not there, so this is 3, and limit h tends to 0 of 2h, 2 into 0, that means 0. So this is 3, this is your 3. Similarly, you can take another step for this. Limit x tends to find limit x tends to 1 plus x tends to 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus of fx. What will be this? Sorry, what will be this? This will be in place of x, which will put x is equal to 1 plus h. So h, you convert h as x tends to 1 plus this, h tends to 0, h tends to 0 of 2x plus 1. So x is equal to, you can take x is equal to 1 plus h. So limit your h tends to 0, 2 into 1 plus h plus 1. So it will be value, so f of 2 plus 3 plus 2h, 3 plus this will be 3, limit h tends to 0 of 3 plus 2h, plus 2h. So limit of h tends to 0 of 3, that is 3, and 2h, this is equal to 2 into 0, that is 0, that means this is also 3. So f of 1 minus x tends to 1 minus is equal to 3, and f of 1 plus is equal to 3. So you can write f of x is equal to limit you can write limit x tends to 1 minus is equal to limit x tends to 1 plus 1 plus of fx of x is equal to 4 is equal to 3. So write limit x tends to 1 of fx of limit x tends to of fx that is equal to 3. So this is the procedure of solving the limit continuity by this method, and there are certain numbers which are certain numbers which are in which limit does not exist. I have also already told you the case of special functions, that is bracket x, mod x, bracket x. These are cases of the function where if you take some point, a particular specific point, we see limit does not exist at that point. So in that type of function, we take that type of function to find the limit of that type of function. That is, suppose your fx is equal to your mod x. What is mod x? Mod x is defined as s is equal to, that is x, when your x is greater than or equal to 0, and this is minus x when x is less than 0. If we draw the graph of this function, it will be like this. It will be, sorry, passing through the origin, this straight line. So suppose x is equal to 0 here, x is equal to 0. If we find the limit at x tends to 0, then what will happen? We see here, suppose limit x tends to limit x tends to 0 minus of your fx is mod x, there is mod x. You can write limit h tends to 0 of, in place of x you can write 0 minus h. limit, that means here h is modulus of, then your modulus of 0 minus h. What is the modulus of 0 minus h? That is called to, it is 0 minus h means it is less than 0. So we can write minus less than 0. If the x is less than 0, h is any maybe any value nearer to 0. So this is negative. That is, you might write your this is equal to, you can write it minus of 0 minus h. This is h. This is equal to your limit h tends to 0, h tends to 0 of h, that is equal to 0. Similarly, you can't write to limit x tends to 0 plus of fx. Fx is equal to mod x, this is mod x. So in place of x, we can write h 0 plus h. 0 plus h is defined as it is greater than 0, so it is can be right. So that is, you can write limit h tends to 0 of mod of 0 plus h. Mod of 0 plus, the mod of 0 plus h is defined as h, so that is equal to limit h tends to 0 of h, so that is equal to 0. That means your limit x tends to 0 of mod x is equal to 0, and the left hand limit is equal to right hand limit. The limit x tends to 0 of mod x is 0. So if you take the another specific example, bracket x, we define a function, that is a particular function fx is equal to, for bracket x, suppose this is x is equal to bracket x is equal to -1 when your x is greater than or equal to -1 and less than 0. Similarly, it is defined as 0 if x is greater than or equal to 0 less than 1. Suppose if this is a small bracket function, define this. So if you draw the graph, this will be like this. This is the graph. This is the graph. Suppose we try to find this function limit x tends to 0. Suppose you find the limit of the function, limit of the function fx x tends to 0 of fx. That is equal to limit h tends to, we can write limit h tends to limit h tends to 0 in place of bracket x you can write left hand limit. You can take the left hand limit. Suppose this is 0, this is 0, h tends to 0. In place of x we can put 0 minus h. So bracket x 0 minus h. So bracket of 0 minus h. So what is the bracket of 0 minus h? That means bracket of 0 minus h is -1. This is -1. The value is or -1. If you take the value of 0 minus 0 x minus, this is the value. If you take 0 plus, limit x tends to 0 plus x tends to 0 plus so 0 plus, so you can write your limit h tends to 0. In place of x we can put 0 plus h, bracket of 0 plus h. What is the bracket of 0 plus h? The bracket of 0 plus h is equal to 0 as per the definition. So the limit x tends to 0 plus and 0 minus are different. So in this case, so limit x tends to 0 plus is not equal to f of x is not equal to limit x tends to 0 minus this tends to 0 minus of for fx. So we say the limit we say the limit x tends to 0 of bracket x does not exist does not exist does not exist. So you know how to find out the limit of the function. Function may be of any type of function. In more classes we'll take various of type of typical functions, and how to find out to limit at the function I'll show you. And this is one method to finding the limit of the function. Another method, important method, I have not told you yet. This is epsilon delta technique. By epsilon delta technique, what is that method? So this method I will explain in next class, along with some typical examples of limit and continuity, and I'll explain any theorems or any important definition connected to the limit and function. And today this is for today, and next class I will explain in more detail on this topic. And there are various important numbers in which you have to think, and you will apply some technique to solve these problems. And limit continuity chapter is very important. Overall, you know why we take what is the importance of taking the limit of the function. When the question of taking out the limit of the function arises only when we tends to x tends to some point a but never reaches at a. At that point we take the limit of that function f of limit x tends to a of fx. So in all type of function, every type of function, if we take a particular value of x, we can't never tell that whether it exists or not. So the question is asked on limit continuity question, in limit in case of limit it is asked question to test the existence of limit. So limit exists or not of the if fx is defined like this. So this is all about the some of the important portions of the limit and continuity. And next class I will explain more detail and more specific examples, and more definitions and theorems connected with it. And for this this is for today, and I will explain you and will come to explain you in next class. Thank you.